So, I have a bit of bad news. After I got done recording part 3, the game crashed, and so did Bandicam. So I was able to salvage some of the stuff, and thankfully, Bandicam was able to go back and recover the videos, and that got corrupt. The audio, unfortunately, did not. So, obviously, part 3 will probably be going up before this, but part 3 is probably gonna be no commentary. It's gonna be more for people who want just kind of a fill-in for what's happening. I'm gonna try my best to give you a little synopsis of basically what happened. Let me click start here first. So, the old dude who met us at the prison and who told us to go to the monastery, we found him. We went to the monastery. He helped us out. And then he was like, alright, this isn't safe. We need to go somewhere else. He's like, there's a place that I need to check on first. It's a hospital across the river. We need to go there. So he came with us. He's a healer. I bought another healer just in case. I've leveled up everybody pretty well, and I've given them almost everything that I can give them for the moment. Yeah. So, I am so sorry. The other thing that sucks about this is that this all saves automatically. Like, obviously, at certain key points. So it's not like I can just go and... Yeah. On top of that, it's only now that I'm seeing the export and import. So I think that's what I'm gonna do now. Just because now I'm afraid. I am very afraid. Okay. There we go. Now I know that every single time I'm done with an episode, I need to export it as a backup. So I can go back, and if I have to record that episode or anything else. I'm a little dead inside right now. But it's okay. We're just gonna continue on with the story. I did check it to make sure that if it saved anything else, it did save it at the last point that I was at. So unfortunately, that's why I'm like, the story's pretty much gone at this point. You're gonna have to catch up. But obviously I will upload that third part so that you guys have an idea of basically what happened in between that second video and this fourth one, technically. I'll probably just put them up as like, this is part 3, and then that one will be like 3.1. Okay, let's just get into the story. Okay. And, I named him Ryu. I was gonna name him Bakura. Because, he was like, you know, he's a soft-spoken man who just wants to be forgiven for his sins. And all I could think about was Bakura, just a soft-spoken young man who unfortunately did bad things against his will. And all he wants is love and friendship. So we're imagining that this is Bakura, like, 40 years later. Okay. I didn't read the last one, but well met, Reverend Elder. We're at the hospital, just so you all know. How is the hospital? This is the 4th attack in as many days. And the patients. Everyone still lives. The enemies were beaten back like dogs. Still as warlike as ever, I see. I would like you to meet the person responsible for the victory today. Hello. I'm Air Kitty. I feel like that would probably be a lot more awkward for me, just like being shoved in someone's face. Alright, it is a pleasure to meet new allies in this fight. Why are you looking at me like that? Last princess of Qad, hungry to avenge her fallen kingdom. I don't know why Wanda just kind of came into mind. Just Wanda seemed like a good name. So we're gonna go with Wanda. Alright, so now we're across the river at this hospital. Go to the next battle. Oh, right. So I will say that this is about where I got, like when I had played it, you know, years ago on my own. Obviously, I don't remember much else past this. I think we maybe go into the desert area or like up here in this like castle, ruined castle region. So I think I'm Ryu. I'll let you guys read this last one by yourselves, and then the next one that comes, the next journal entry we get, I'll read that one. Just because I'm past this point, I don't really know what goes on, so... Alright, so... Battle... Normal... Oh, wait a minute. So let me see what Wanda is first, because I did get some equipment, and I don't remember if she can have it or not. Okay, so she's an ice mage. I don't have anything to equip. Okay, I can give her this. Good. I got this Glory of War in one of the previous levels, of course. And it said obviously like, oh, you have nobody to equip this to yet. So I was like, maybe I can give this to her? Okay, so now we have ice mages. Battle. Begin. I am grateful for all this place has given me. You saved my life when I've become one of the cold ones. But the walls of this hospital fence me in. Though shrouded in ice, the fury of the cosmic flame still burns within me. I long to take the fight to the enemy. I'm gonna rename her. I don't like the name Wanda anymore. I'm gonna rename her after this, because I thought of another perfect name. So, that is why I came here. We're not going to use her name anymore because I don't want to spoil what her new name is going to be. I need your help. Tomorrow I lead... Oh no. What was that? More of them at the gates. Defenders, we are under attack. Even in this life of service, I am still the daughter of fire. Then how'd you become an ice mage? The enemy that comes against me will burn. You mean freeze? You're an ice mage! Ice mages can slow down attackers, which is very useful on short paths and fast enemies. Okay. Now my heart sings the battle song. We shall see the frost serve the fire, and our enemies drown in their own blood. She is vicious. Okay. So this is a good thing that I got 3 of these guys here. Actually, I'm gonna put you there so you can cover more ground. Archers. There's not really a good place to put these guys. Actually, let me go to her. Let's see, what is her? She... Dang it. Gonna put her here. Just because this is probably better. Just in case, because they're gonna come right down that path. So then I'm gonna want you like up here. And then you over here. And then you're gonna back her up. Gonna back him up. Okay, so most of them are gonna be coming out the center part, so this and go for the fastest. You. I will come back to you in just a moment. Go for the fastest enemy. Double hit. Double hit. Double hit. Get you. Wait to get you something. Finally, Ice Shard. Okay, so far this is working out really well. Gonna boost yours, just because I have a feeling that these guys, yeah. These are the guys I would probably worry about the most, just because they are like one level up from like where I, or they're one level up from probably where I can take them. Let's see, do you guys do have a... What does sleep do? It's probably the best right now. As much experience, but that's okay. Ahem. I mean, no offense, but she's Q-Ad, isn't she? The vast majority of people down here are. The pit was a prisoner of war. Oh, the pit was a prisoner of war camp long before the plague. Fantastic. Many of these people have been working the mines for years, only to have the plague victims dumped in with them. That doesn't change the fact that they're a bunch of genocidal, fire-worshipping lunatics. The Q-Aid Empire stopped at nothing to... Air Kitty, the Q-Aid Empire is dead. The enemy who destroyed it now turns his attention to the rest of the world. We cannot quabble about the nature of our allies. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. We were just discussing, stuff and things. That's good. You know what they say. Don't gossip about anyone who might slit your throat at night. I'm not terribly familiar with that saying. Who says that? People whose throats haven't been slit, presumably. 'Cause the ones that have don't have all that much to say. It's more like... Yeah. And then you say, was that advice? I don't know. Can you speak up? Sure, I'm glad we're friends. Me too. Friends are great. For instance, if you need to slit someone's throat in their sleep, you can say, hey friend, hold this person down. So, I have this really important question for you. Yeah? What's this whole ice thing? I know you're generally more of a fire person, so yeah, that's my big question here. Thank you for asking it. So why am I not shooting fireballs out of my eye sockets? Yeah, I guess. When I was dying, I saw hell. Frozen blackness stretching out into infinity, a place without warmth or light. And a golden man whispering my name. I knew then that to listen would be damnation. I tried to flee, but could not move. Each movement, the whispers grew louder until they drowned my screams. Then suddenly it all vanished. I was here in the hospital being cared for by the monks. But though I had escaped hell, I found I had brought a piece of it with me. This, ice in my heart. I've never felt the same. Each day I hope the flame will make me whole again, and each day the curse continues. I am not the only one who has had this experience. Many survived the plague and returned changed. Until such time as the flame pities us, we use these curses against those who oppose righteousness. It just goes to show, if you put your mind to it, you can use anything to kill your enemy. She's not wrong. Alright, so... before we go any further, I need to rename her. Because I have the perfect name in mind. Perfect. And this is a two-way street here. I was thinking more like Elsa from Frozen. But I know there's also a Elsa in I think it's American Horror Stories. And she's a witch. In both meanings of the name. So, you know, you take it however you want. You do what you want. I've never seen American Horror Stories, by the way. I just know that because I have a bunch of family and friends who watched it. So, oh yeah, and journal. Wanda, or Elsa at this point. So, Elsa. Parliament's description of QAD royalty is no exaggeration. Elsa, hopefully in editing I can just, you know, white out her name and put Elsa in front of it. Parliament's description of QAD royalty is no exaggeration. Wanda is indeed paler than the moon and twice as distant. If I may expand upon a classic, I would add 4 times as mercurial. I have never seen anyone shift through so many stages of madness at such speed. Even Guy is consistent in his insanity. Elsa is a raging ocean. One moment she seems devilishly knowing, and the next hopelessly naive. Often her actions have the feeling of a well-played ruse. Yet just when I feel my suspicions confirmed, she will be taken by some childishly dangerous madness no rational actor would expose themselves to. Sometimes I think I can see behind the madness to a girl much like myself, scared and alone, and saddled with terrifying power. I wonder if she can see this herself. I wonder. The hospital. A Selene house of mercy, a place of refuge and healing for the wounded and sick. If we cannot seek asylum here, Reverend Elder, what is it you plan to do? Air Kitty, I have been guilty of a great many things in my life. I do not wish to add deceiving you to that list. If I am to continue guiding you, there are things you must know about me and our opponent. Good idea. You mean Zelimer? Yes. The once great leader of our people, now driven mad with arcane power. Wait, you mean he's the Zelimer? As in Crown Prince Zelimer Ashtamon. Ashtamon. Yeah. But he died a hero in the war. So everyone believes. But the truth is a more bitter history. Before your time, when the Qad War reached its height, you cannot imagine the destruction. Principalities burned, entire territories slaughtered. We were on the verge of annihilation. Zelimir and I were generals in the Ash War, or the Ash Army then. We were like brothers. Our men fought like tigers, but we knew we were doomed. Each day we saw Ash brought one step closer to destruction. Then, amidst the ruins of an empty city, Prince Zelimir made a discovery. The location of an ancient power lost in ages long past. With the enemy at our gates, he formed a plan. A dark plan, born of desperation. And I, in my foolishness, helped him. Air Kitty, I have dedicated what remains of my life to undoing Zelimir's destruction as best I can. For whatever reason, he has chosen you as the focus of his madness. If we can discover why, we may be able to use it against him. You have seen what he is capable of, Air Kitty. Will you help me in this? Of course I will, Bakura. As best I can. Yay, okay, so let's see if there's any new weapons. Ooh, there are some new weapons. Some new bows. I have. And some new staves. Kind of new staves, not really new staves. Okay, so we're gonna buy this for Elsa so that she's all caught up. Let's go to armor at the moment. Ooh, fur armor. Heavy armor. Okay, so good. So she doesn't need any of that. I will get you this new antler bow, considering that it's better for you at least, and then sell that. There. Can't buy any of those. Okay. So it looks like I might have to do a little bit of grinding. Hopefully not, but maybe. Let's see. Berserker, Ranger, Healer, Ice Mage. I'm debating about getting another Ice Mage. Only because it kind of seems like we have quite a few people at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna wait on that, and actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and try to do the other levels for new items and new scrap and stuff like that. Okay, so Prepare yourselves, we have a long march ahead of us. Where are we heading to? The same city where Zelimir discovered the history of his dark powers. I hope that these same records may hold the key to understanding why he seeks you, and how we can turn it against him. The city is here, in the pit. Yes, a relic of times before the war. What about Zelimir? If he knows the place, yes, there's a risk that he may anticipate our movements. But we cannot stay here. If we move fast and lightly enough, we may shut ourselves into the city before he can rebuild his forces. Okay, so I'm back, and I tried very hard to go back to the other levels, and it didn't work. Yeah, I died. But yeah, so I think I'm just gonna have to take a chance that these things are not, that I'm gonna be able to come back for all this stuff. I also didn't notice that I had 2 more journals. Oops. So let's see. So nomads, it has been very interesting seeing firsthand the nomad tribes and indigenous people occupying the steeps and mountains between the cities of Ash and Quad Empire. Over 100 different tribes were documented by Kentamal Palaman during his great excursion to the east, though I believe many of these to have been lost to the ravages of war. Here in the pit, I have met members of 27, less than half now function as full tribes, 27 different tribes. How many survive in the outside world is impossible to tell. As the name suggests, the tribes live nomadically, raising goats and horses across the steeps. Little of this lifestyle has translated to the pit, where protection necessitates permanent defenses. Functional tribes will create villages like Karzak, eking out a living on goats and rudimentary agriculture. An unattached nomad, those whose tribes have been destroyed or dispersed, will find shelter in the more cosmopolitan settlements like Lakos, or become rangers ferrying messages and guarding trade between the pit's villages. Fascinating. Oh, whoops, go back. Fearsome words on scarred lips. Oh, there's multiple pages here. Let's see. In traveling with Quad royalty, I find that my curiosity outweighs my natural apprehension. For better or for worse, for her part... Screwed this all up, I can't undo this now. Her name is now Wanda for the rest of her life. Elsa is happy to answer most of my questions. These are always posed with some level of trepidation on my part. There is no telling which question will be met with a girlish smile and which will precipitate a terrifying fervor. Getting better at this, guys. Her moods are many and the transitions between them merciful. Even with years of practice, I doubt that I would ever be able to anticipate what goes on behind her storm gray eyes. Occasionally, I look at her youthful face, and my mind struggles to reconcile it with the litany of aristocrats, basically. I don't care anymore. That were committed by her people. Oh, I'm sorry, atrocities. Trying, guys, I really am. It's really hard. Other times I can see it in the sneer of her scarred lips and the fantastical mania to carry out all of those horrors and more. In the panic and chaos that preceded our last battle, as I brace myself to leap from this world into the halfway place, my scrambling mind was transfixed by a single piercing image. Elsa stood with her head bowed, hands gripping her staff till her knuckles showed white, hot against the duller ivory of her flesh. Her eyes were screwed shut with the intensity of someone who believes the outside world will be forced into non-existence through sheer willpower. Her lips mouthed strange Q-ad words over and over till the rhythm of it surrounding her like flowing water, basically. I may just even like silence this and just say, guys, you're reading this on your own, I can't do it anymore. But I'm gonna push forward. She was trembling. I saw her for the merest fraction of a moment, but it seemed a glimpse of the eternal, as if this strange, pale girl would stand whispering her fury to the world's end and beyond. After the battle, I asked her what it was that she was saying. She took a moment and translated the words into her surprisingly proficient Ash. Flame guide me, flame consume me, burn my brittle heart to ashes, and replace it with your will. By the time she finished the last words, she was shaking. She followed my gaze to her trembling frame and apologized sheepishly, explaining that the holy anger had taken her again. I find my mind drawn again and again to the image of her trembling body in the throes of holy anger. Fearsome words on scarred lips. What will happen as we enter these Q-ad ruins? I hesitate to imagine how the tempest of Elsa's mind will weather walking through the bones of her dead empire. Me too. I'm also kind of wondering how I'm going to survive the rest of these if these entries are going to be this long. So let's just move on to the next. Oh, I was right. Alright. Battle. Normal. Yeah. Totally not gonna die. Okay, our secret entrance lies here on the desert floor. The enemy is on our heels. It is Zelamir's advance party. We were too slow. Quick, we have to get into the city. No, if we flee now, the gate will be in enemy hands. This whole force will follow, and we will be trapped in the maze of winding streets with no escape. We must defeat them here and destroy the entrance behind us. Does that mean I'm not gonna be able to get back? I am gonna be so mad. So mad. If they tell me, yep, you can't get back now. Have fun. Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna put you there. Hopes that that will help at all. Next one is this, so we're just gonna boost you up. Oops. Okay, let's see. Actually, I'm gonna give you the boost. Go, Go, Sky, go! Heal them! Heal you, or not heal you, give you a boost. Boost. Oh, good. We're done. Yay! Alright. Get you up there. Do the healies. Healy wheelies. Act 4. I cannot tell how long I was in that place below the earth. Weeks, months perhaps, without the sun. Living each moment in fear of the withering blackness and the things that moved within it. From the collected tales of Caliste, Kata, Nomad, Adventurer. Awesome. Yes! Feel the wrath of Guy! Flee from the presence of my rugged yet still alluring sensual awesomeness. What? Flee while you still can, you miserable wretches. You gibbering, misbegotten scraplings. You effeminate baboons? I think that last one was too much. I'm trying to keep things fresh, you know, try out some new insults. Are you quite done? I must seal the entrance behind us. Wow, you can make things explode with your mind? Forgive me, please don't blow my head off with your mind-splody powers. I'll give back the shoes I stole from your pack, I swear. I'll buy you back 100 shoes, 1,000 shoes. Calm yourself. The crystals that grow here are naturally unstable. The Quad Empire built this city to harvest these mineral deposits for the war. I rigged a simple fuse to trigger the explosion. Wait, what? Oh, never mind that then. Okay, so it will let me go back. I was so afraid that it wouldn't. Jewel of the Desert. Okay. I have often wondered how the homes of our great enemies to the east would appear. The war seemed an intangible terror in the capital, communicated only in the grim reports of daily losses and the lamentations of the numerous crippled veterans begging in the streets. After a life of shapeless fear, the sight of an actual Quad city is a strange experience. I am struck by the beauty and ingenuity of its design, but more than anything else, I am shocked by its familiarity. I see all the details that mark a city's life. The worn cobblestones of the wall-trodden city, the monument augmented by the vandalism of generations of youths, and the market stalls arranged just as they would be in any other city. It is no difficulty at all to see my own father sitting at the street corner, laughing and cursing and swapping stories with the other old men of the city. And yet the people in this place destroyed Turna and killed its inhabitants, every man, woman, and child. Nice! Alright, so there's places down there. We're really not that high level, so I am debating about like when I should go back. Just cause like this, I think I need to be like level, like I think the enemies in there are like level 9 through like 15 or something like that. And then it's kind of the same with the like the advanced levels down here, so I'm like, I might have to wait until I'm like through this section and then go back maybe. Ah, 4 through 17. Well then, alright. Years ago, Zelamir and I walked these same halls, still caked with the gore of battle. Was this where Zelamir found the source of his power? No. We found a cryptic history written in QAD so ancient even an accomplished scholar like Zelamir could scarcely make it out. So, if this ancient power is elsewhere, what are we doing here? Zelamir fears you, likely because of something he read in the script, something he did not share at the time. Like many aspects of his plan. You couldn't have known. I should have guessed. But empty regret is of no use. I must now correct the monster I had a hand in creating. I must find that secret record and destroy or discover what Zelamir fears so greatly. So you think you can read it this time? I have had years. Besides, this time, we have a QAD princess with us. And she'll help us. With her past history. Air Kitty, something's moving. We all move. What do you want me to do about it? But I thought you sealed the entrance. I did. This must be something else. Everyone, to me, come! Alright, start spreading people out along here, so put you there. Put you there. Put you here. This is gonna turn out swimmingly. Try counter put you there so you can just start attacking people as they come. Put you there as kind of like a backup. Yep. And he's already got them, so actually it'd probably be better if I put you over here. Put you here so that hopefully when they get over here you can slow them down again. Alright, time to start boosting people up. Little faster, let's go. These new Revenant have armor that deflects much of the damage dealt to them. Hey wimps, real men fight shirtless. Hey, if you want to bundle up, let them. Or if they want to bundle up, let them. The less zombified, jangly bits I have to stare at, the better. They really don't stand much of a chance, actually, to be honest. Alright, so then... I know I'm super awesome and everything, but how am I supposed to fight guys totally encased in armor? I have an idea. Air Kitty, strike one of those crystals with lightning as the enemy passes it. Okay, so let's slow this down. Doesn't matter, my team can take him. Okay. I have broken this game pretty much. It was obvious that I was supposed to like struggle through this, and I'm like, I'm not struggling at all. I mean, it's good to know that like if I blow up one of these crystals in here that they'll die, but or take quite a bit of damage, but I'm just like, I don't need to do that. They're just gonna die anyways. Alright, time to speed this up. Good. Done. Oh, got it. Not a lot of experience for that, but we at least, we at least leveled up Elsa. Alright, so level up her ice ball. What was that crystal? It was once a key ingredient in Qad's siege weapons. The mines below the city are riddled with it. Do you think that's where those Revenant came from? No, they were wearing Ash uniforms, what was left of them. These men were knights of the Ash Kingdom. We sealed the entrance behind us. How would they have gotten in? I do not know. We cannot turn back now. Our goal lies in the Royal Records Room. Wait, that crystal. Physical nature is driven by the spirit. And the spirit can be seen with the right eyes, called out. I think I understand. I don't. Oh, good, I learned a new spell. Crystal. Places crystal that deals 350 damage to foes within 2 tiles. Explodes in 5 seconds or on lightning strike. Cool. The fox. This is really long. I'm gonna let you guys read it yourself, so gonna give you a few seconds to pause the video. Okay, next page. Next page. All right. All right. So I think for right now I'm just going to pause this here. This is going on a long time. Again, I'm gonna probably grind a little bit more in the background because now I have some money and I can actually go buy some new toys for my people. So I'll pick it up again in the next episode. Hope to see you guys there. Bye bye.